Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I have some security alerts that I would like to share with you. These are things that you're going to see in the next few days. Let me get to where I started. Obviously, you have seen the Balaalo back in Acholi. In fact, Daudi Kavanda, posted on Twitter bragging about the fact that they're back, and to hell with whoever is against Balaalo being in Acholi. Obviously, that is directed towards Dr. Mona, who stood very strongly against the Balaalo. Most of the Acholi leaders, as you might know, are compromised. They're working for the government, either in fear or because they are getting a lot of money to sustain their lives, and they want to maintain the lifestyle. Basically, those who have achieved or have something to depend on that is more than others is a regime apologist and supports the regime. So you have seen people like Odonga Otago come out to speak about Bobi Wine working with Museveni. You have seen Mpuga and all. Andrew Mwenda has been online saying that, you know, Bobi Wine should just come home and work with Museveni. Today, some of you have seen Balam and a lot of other state apologies in the church, working with, going to make speeches about apologies about what the NRM have done against Noop. That is something that they planned yesterday, but I couldn't get out to give the video or to speak about it because they had a meeting yesterday and all of that was discussed in that meeting. You have all seen the birth certificate of Muhoozi. His father is definitely from, he was born in Tanzania. His father is Rwandese. His birth name is Muhoozi Tibahabura. You have seen that. And obviously the father, Yoseri Tibahabura Rutaisibirwa, something like that. And the mother is from Tanzania. So Janet Museveni is not Muhoozi's mother. Okay. You have also seen the tweets by the responses from the Senator Foreign Relations Committee Chairman in the U.S., the Senator Jim Rich from Idaho. He has not accepted the apology that Muhoozi made, obviously because you know, there has to be a limit. Not everyone or every country will deal with Museveni the way the rest had been, the way he had fooled them. Everybody's waking up. Everybody has seen truly who Museveni is, and they want to make sure they put a stop to it. And so in the next, obviously, few weeks or whatever, a lot is happening, and hopefully we're hoping for change. We believe change is coming, so stay tuned. You know, I'll bring the news as I can, as I have them, but going straight to security alerts. In a meeting where there was Mpuga, Basalirwa, Segona, Bwanika, Rwamushana, Kabanda, Tayebwa, former Chief Justice Owindolo, Biabakama, Head of Police, CDF, Head of Prisons, the IGP. Maiga was online via Zoom. The new Chief Justice was also in attendance via Zoom. 2 of the TV executive bosses were represented also, and they were given the following missions. Okay, listen carefully. The missions given to that group of people in their meeting was, they were promised a lot of millions, first of all, after they do what they're supposed to be, that the list below here, they would be given lots of money once they complete that the jobs. All of them were given a pistol also, so that they can protect themselves while they do Museveni's dirty deeds. But here are the items that they were told to do while they were meeting. Meanwhile, during these meetings, usually Kagame, the president of Rwanda, is present via telephone or via Zoom, adding his a little bit here and there to advising Museveni on what the next course of action should be. They want to have Noop barred as a party in Uganda, and they want to make Noop a terrorist organization by all means. They want to have Bobby arrested before the swearing-in ceremony. Museveni should swear in around May of this year, so he wants Bobby Wine arrested before that so that he can do whatever he wants with him. Okay? He wants to have all Noop members cross to the NRM. All NUP members of parliament who were elected should cross to the NRM. The ones who refuse to cross should be silenced, that means should be killed, or should be imprisoned via trumped up charges, obviously. They want to convert all of them to become spies in NUP. Do you remember when Mpuga used to be, I think, the vice president in NUP, and Mpuga had been working for Museveni all this while, until obviously some party members discovered what he was doing, and they put a stop to it by firing him from NUP. That became the reason why. That was during the time that President Bobi Wine found out that Mpuga had received a bribe of over 500 million as a thank you for work well done. Meanwhile, he had only been leader of opposition for just a few years, maybe 1 or 2, and not any prior leader of opposition member had been awarded that sum of money before their tenure even had finished. But they rewarded him, and that was a signal to his dubious actions in the party, and hence being fired from NUP. So they want to silence all MPs should be converted to become spies in the party of NUP, and if they don't, there will be trumped up charges that will cost them their MP seat, their member of parliament seat. They want to silence the national flag that is being raised by NUP. They want that idea to vanish and not be something that signifies importance in Uganda. They want to harmonize and give false hope to all NUP prisoners. They're promising them a lot. People like Mpuga are going into prisons and talking to NUP prisoners, like they have been to Masaka, to the prison where the recent vice president of NUP, who was arrested, has been visited by Mpuga, Segona, and that group, because they've been sent on that mission by Museveni to go and talk to them, have them accept charges that are fake and false, have them agree to receiving large sums of money, have them discharged, and not work with NUP anymore. In fact, they want them to implicate President Kyagulanyi and have those charges brought against the president altogether, such that NUP does not ever exist in Uganda as a party. Basically, they want it to be gone from Uganda altogether. Okay, so the ones who will refuse will be given obviously charges trumped up, especially put into land wrangles, and eventually imprisoned forever. They want them to spy, these people that I talked about, they want those people to spy on foot soldiers, prepare their court files, and get them arrested. People being involved, such as the police, Chief Justice, former Chief Justice, current Chief Justice, the military, obviously are the brain power that Museveni needs to make possible arrests of NUP foot soldiers and be able to charge them appropriately, because they know how the justice system works. So they want to be able to twist those to look appropriate, to make those changes such that they look appropriate and achieve the fact that they can put all of them into prisons. Okay, they want them to have Baganda. They want Baganda Kingdom to become infamous, incapable of raising another Kyagulanyi. So one of the jobs, especially being a representative such as Mayiga in such a meeting, his purpose is to be informed or to be taught on skills, or to take back a message to Kabaka, or to act within the Buganda Kingdom to dial down the popularity and power in Buganda, because Buganda is a very, very powerful kingdom. And the fact that the Kabaka has been silent, obviously because Museveni has made it possible such that he can't say a word. In fact, if he could, he would have taken out the Kabaka, but Buganda has been very active and loud about events that are happening to the Kabaka. Those are the things that have kept the Kabaka alive, otherwise he would have been gone. The other job that was assignment that was given to that group of people was to silence all NUP lawyers with a